are some of the inspirations in your own life's journey that sort of pointed you in the direction to this new chapter even for Lisa?
Oh, that's a great question. I have to go back a number of years. I was at a luncheon. It was a women's industry event, and the table captain at the luncheon, who was supposed to direct the conversation, didn't show up. And they asked, would anybody do this? And I said, sure, I'll try. Give me the list of questions. And as I asked the first question, which was, what's the biggest challenge you face in your job? The woman across the table burst into tears, and she said, my boss. He yells at me. And I realized, oh my God, she works for the same person I do? And I realized she didn't, but I saw that women face a special set of challenges men normally don't. And when I realized that this was systemic, I started talking about it. I started talking to other women. And I realized that some of the experience I had at work were just because I was a woman in business, and that's not always accepted. And that was a big motivator.
So for the audience, would that be things of the nature of opinions not being valued or being considered relevant, or why are you at this table? You should be doing this over here, or a variety of different, I guess, yes, and yes.
I'm laughing out loud because some of the challenges that women face when they're presenting is they get interrupted 6 times more than men. Other challenges that women face is there could be someone who has a great idea and no one at the table seems to hear it. 3 seats down, a man will repeat the same idea verbatim, and all of a sudden it's like, great idea. So one of the things that I coach both men and women is, in your workplace, have a circle of support who can amplify your ideas when you're presenting or when you're sharing. And that they can actually say, Sue mentioned that idea. Let's go back to her and ask her a little bit more. Before Bob brought it up, let's ask Sue about that. So there's some very simple steps you can take to make sure that everybody's voice is heard.
You're also an equal pay activist.
Oh, yes.
Just really define that for us and tell us about that.
So let's just say that gender bias is not a myth, and we see this in the pay gap between men and women. Women earn anywhere from 54 to 91 cents on the dollar for every man who's in a similar role with a similar level of experience. So one of the problems is women don't ask. We'll take the first offer. And one thing that I coach all my clients, and I speak about this when I go out and speak, is I say, whatever that first offer is, even if it's your, oh my God, I died and went to heaven offer, you look at it, you push it back across the table, and you smile and you say, I'm so excited about this opportunity, but I have one question. Is there any upward movement in this number? It's just a simple request, but that is one of the big challenges with pay. Women just don't ask. Another issue is that people still have in their minds that men are the primary breadwinners, but how many women are heading up single parent families? And women need to ask. We lose anywhere from $500,000 to up to $5 million over the course of our careers by not negotiating our salary.
And why do you think that is? What do you think holds them back?
Many times as women, we're really concerned about how others perceive us, and we want to be liked. And we also feel that if we ask, we're not being grateful. Also, too, we're socialized that way. As children, we're told, sit in your desk, keep your hands in your lap, do your work, keep your head down, you will be recognized. In a corporate setting, oh, that doesn't fly. You're shooting yourself in the foot. If you're not able to say, I did this, I helped the company expand into these markets, I drove the bottom line, this is how I saved time and money. You have to be able to talk to your accomplishments. You have to own your expertise. One of the major things I coach around is that salary negotiation. And I have coached men and women, and I use exactly this same protocol, which is understand how you're driving the needle for the company, create your deal memo, go in with your script and say, I'm interested in career development, what is my next step, and look at these things I'm doing above my pay grade. Can I be compensated for this? I've done this research that shows me what I can be making out in the market. Can we match that?
What do you say when you do that and then that person says, you know, you're a dime a dozen. Like we have 50 people that would love this position, you know, that are waiting in line.
No today is just no today. It doesn't mean no tomorrow. But the response to that specific question is, well, of course there are people, but how long will it take you to train them?
Yeah.
How much money will you burn training that person, and
Right.
how many errors will occur before they come up to speed? I'm here right now, I'm doing this job, I'm doing more than my pay grade. Let's talk about compensation. Let's talk about fairness.
Right.
And if you still get that no, then you ask, what is the next step I need to take? What is the next experience? What is the credential or the certification I need to get that next step on the leadership, up the leadership ladder? So you're asking them, and then you know what, if you just go, wow, I can't work for this person, I don't respect them, they're always manipulating me, get your resume out and go start looking for a job.